See there? Perseverance, not perfection. Okay, so everybody write this down. Perfection is a myth. Okay, you're never going to get it all right. You're never going to get it all done. Okay, but what we can do is we can keep showing up. Okay, we can keep showing up. Now, there may be days that you don't have a whole lot to show up with. Do you ever feel like that? Like days where like, Coach, I got about 30%. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to show up and give 100% of your 30%. All right? That's perseverance. Like, hey, I don't have a lot in my tank. Okay? I'm sliding into third. Okay? I'm bloody. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. But I'm going to show up and give 100% of my 30%, whatever it is you have that day. That's perseverance. Okay? You tracking with me on this? All right? So I don't know what level you got today to bring to the table, but I do know this. What you got needs to come to the table. What you got needs to come to the table. People need to know that you're showing up even on the days when your hair don't look right. You know what I'm saying? Okay? I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying, maybe when you got no makeup on. Maybe when you're tired. Maybe when you're up all night. Maybe when you took every hit known to man. That we just keep showing up. Okay? That's what I mean by perseverance. That we just keep showing up. So write a couple things down today. Here's one. Perfection kills progress. Okay? I cannot have progress if I'm focused on perfection. All right? Taking an imperfect step forward will get me way further down the road than waiting until that step is perfect to take it forward. Okay? So taking an imperfect step forward will get me way further down the road than me waiting to take the perfect step. All right? The reason that I think a lot of agents are failing today, and maybe just a lot of people in general, is I think they're waiting for when the time is going to be perfect. Like, hey, no, we need a little more. We need to tweak this a little more. We need to do this a little more. No, you need to go. Okay? That's what I love about what Janet said. And we didn't plan this at all. Janet said, she kept saying no. And finally she was like, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go. There's no plan. I'm just going to get on a plane. I'm going to go. I'm going to show up. Right? And look at the progress that Janet would have missed if she didn't go. Right? The progress with her daughter, the progress spiritually, the progress I'm sure she's going to dig into that's going to add to her business and to her life. All of this goes in perseverance. So I want to give you another acronym today. I trust this helps you. It helps me to think in acronyms because I can memorize that, I can use that, and I can put it in play when my perseverance starts to wane, okay? When I think perseverance, I think pace, all right? Like Dylan's going to go out and run 21 miles, right, Dylan? Isn't that what you said?
It's a 21K, so it's about a little over 14 miles.
A little over 14 miles. That sounds
With
about the same
obstacles in between.
miles to me, Dylan. 14 miles, 21 miles, you name it. That's a lot of miles, right? Dylan's not going to be able to accomplish that if he doesn't focus on his pace. Do you guys understand what I'm saying here? Like if Dylan comes out of the gate like in a full-on sprint, he's going to die out before he gets to 14. You with me? Okay. He's got to have a certain pace that he follows along the way. So perseverance is all about pace. Everybody hear me. There are days that you are going to run slower than other days. And those days are okay. All right? Here's the point. The point is that you run. All right? Can I also tell you part of pace sometimes means you got to rest? Can I lay that on you a little bit? Hey, some of you on the call today, and I'm in the season, man. Like, I'm in a season where I know my body, my heart, my spirit, everything is saying, bro, you need to rest. Okay? Rest does not mean that you quit. Rest means that you're getting ready to run again. Do you guys tracking with me on this? And my perfectionist people, we think rest is a weakness. Okay? Rest is not a weakness. Rest is necessary for you to be able to keep pace, because if we can't keep pace, we're going to quit. If we don't rest, we're going to quit. You guys with me on this? Okay, so let me give you an acronym. Just write it out. P-A-C-E, PACE. You want to have perseverance, it comes down to PACE. Here's what the P stands for. It literally means progress over perfection. That's the P. Progress over perfection. I said earlier, an imperfect step forward is going to take me further than waiting on taking a perfect step. All right? Here's what I mean. Like, just make the video. Just make the dadgum video. Stop thinking that you got to have a professional videographer and a professional editor and all the above. Like, just, you got a fancy little phone in your hand. Just shoot the video and post it. All right? Can I also tell you this? The people that are watching your videos, they want to know you, like the real you. Who are you? All right? Like, I'm on a call this morning with my hat backwards and glasses on. All right? I don't even wear glasses half the time, but just so y'all know, I can't see anything in the mornings now that I'm 47. You with me, Tanya? I can't see anything. I cannot see my notes without my glasses. Okay? All right? So we've just got to make sure that we show up. And I want to remind you again, if 30% is what you got, then give 100% of your 30%. Okay? Show up anyway. All right? Show up imperfectly. Every single great thing that you do today started imperfectly. You with me? Okay, started imperfectly. I go back to my tennis days and I remember how bad I was. I was so bad, Kelly Combs. Like, I couldn't hit a tennis ball in that court to save my life. I didn't know how to hold the racket. I didn't know what I was doing. I was so frustrated. I couldn't figure it out. Okay? But perseverance kept me in the game and I just kept showing up, right? And my coach kept, every single time I got out there, she would say, we're just going to do one more. We're just going to do one more, right? Over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, you guys tracking with me on this? That's the P. It's progress over perfection, all right? We're seeking the wrong thing. Stop seeking perfection, start seeking progress. Now, I don't mean don't give everything that you have. I don't mean work to perfect the progress. I'm just saying don't let the perfection stop you from moving forward. You with me? Okay. Don't let the lack of what you don't have stop you from moving forward. Okay. Everybody write this down. I had a coach lean in on this with me just yesterday. He said, Dusty, lack breeds lack. Like, if you live in the lack, you stay in the lack, you talk about the lack, you don't move because of the lack, you're just going to stay in lack. So let's start thinking about the way that we talk and start thinking about the way that we think. And let's find a way to move forward, right? Even in the middle of lack. All right. Here's the A. Okay. This is huge. You got to act every day. Okay. What I mean is you got to put action in every single day. Not perfect action, just action. Okay? You you got to keep making the plays over and over and over and over and over again. All right? You may make more plays today than you made yesterday. Tomorrow you may make less plays. All right? I wrote this down as a note. Here's what I wrote down. I wrote 15 minutes of lead gen beats a someday 3-hour time block all day long and twice on Sunday. Okay? 15 minutes of lead gen. Right now, today, beat your 3-hour time block that you got on there that you ain't doing anyway. Right? It's been on your calendar for 15 years and you haven't done it yet. Okay? I also want you to adopt this mentality. Okay? Everybody write it down. I want you to adopt this mentality. The mentality is this. The mentality is do it now. Okay? Don't wait. Don't put it off. How many of you, so many times, you say the words, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it tomorrow. I'm not gonna do it yet. Anybody do that, or is that just me? Okay? So I want you to adopt the mentality of do it now. All right? Nike came up with the best slogan that ever was in the just do it. Okay? In fact, go ahead and put the just with it. And on Act Daily, I want you to put just do it now. Okay? Like, hey, I know, like, I can tell you right now, like, I know that I've got to create a PowerPoint. Okay? for a speaking engagement that I have coming up. All right. I have it literally sitting next to me right here on my notes to do it. And my promise to you is I'm going to do it like today. Okay. It would be easy for me to say, I'm just going to wait and do that tomorrow, but I'm going to do it today and get it done. Okay. You guys tracking with me on this? All right. And then the other part of acting is we've got to act consistently. Okay. We got to act consistently. All right. Here's the third one. C. This is vitally important. Okay. Everybody write it down. Course correct quick. Course correct quick. When you see that something isn't working, course correct quick. Don't wait. Don't stay in that space where you are, where you know it's not where it needs to be, or you know you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You need to analyze it, and you need to course correct quick. Okay? And everybody hear me. Course correction is not a bad thing. So many people get so caught up in thinking there's this perfect way to do things. Team, the way that people move forward is they course correct. Okay? They course correct. You need to analyze and you need to adjust. So right now today, in your business, in your life, in your relationships, what is one thing that you know you need to course correct on? Just pick one thing, right? And today I'm going to make sure that I course correct here. All right. You guys with me on this? I see my good friend Jenny Williams on the call, who is in the nutrition space and the health and wellness space. And I know one thing that I've learned from Jenny is like you have to make the adjustment, and you have to make it like now. Okay. Like stop talking about making the adjustment, because that's not helping you. It makes you feel better, but it's not helping you. You need to make the adjustment now. Okay. Course correction sometimes means you need to start doing something that you're not doing, and sometimes it means you need to stop doing something that you are doing. Okay, you with me? I promise you there's a book coming from me, and literally the title's going to be Sometimes You Got to Stop and Sometimes You Got to Start. Like, that's it. Sometimes you got to stop, sometimes you got to start. We got to figure out which ones we've got to do. Okay? So we course correct quickly. And then here's the final one, team, and this is what perseverance is. The E is this: endure the process. Endure the process. Now, hear me. I know that is way easier said than done. Okay? Like, seriously, team, like if I started to line out for you the hits that we have taken in the last 6 months, there are days that I do not want to endure the process. Okay? There's days I'm questioning the process. Okay? But we're never going to get where we want to go if we don't endure the process. On a call yesterday with a great mentor of mine, and he said, Dusty, I have never one time met anybody who is unbelievably successful that hasn't endured some massive process. He was like, I'm telling you right now, you go interview anyone who is massively successful in life, in business, financially, in relationships, whatever it is. And what you're going to hear is there was a massive enduring that led to where they are today, right? You and I see where they are today, okay? We don't see everything that built what we see today, okay? And here's what I'll tell you too. Um, the process is what actually brings so much peace at the end of the day. Are you with me? Like when we do finally get there, all right, we have another level of peace, excitement, all the above, because we've endured the process. All right. John Maxwell says it better than anybody. He says that that everything worthwhile is uphill. Everything. Okay. And he talks about that nobody goes uphill unless they're going uphill on purpose. Like you choose to go uphill. So here's what I want you to know. You are choosing to go uphill, and it's going to be a process, and it's going to be painful. All right. There's going to be times you get halfway up the hill and you get knocked halfway back. You may get knocked all the way back. Okay. And the last 6 months, we've been knocked all the way back. All right. And we're in a rebuild season and an enduring season and a process season. Okay. All right. And this is what we've got to make sure of. Here's what I want you to know. Results lag behind effort. Write that down. Results lag behind effort. You may need to increase your effort today. All right. Like you may have to play harder today than you did yesterday. All right. And the seeds that you're planting, they haven't disappeared. They're just taking root. Okay, they're just taking root. And here's what you got to know. Okay, you and I don't see seeds taking root. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like when a seed gets planted and starts to take root, you and I don't see that. You and I don't see that. We see what happens after it's taken root, right? The plants that you see, that's because a seed took root. And I don't know where you're at today, but many of you, I think you got some seeds planted and you're waiting for them to take root. And I'm telling you, it's coming, but you got to have perseverance. Okay? 2 key words today. Don't quit. Don't quit. All right? Take one step of progress. One thing I want you to do today is I want you to take a look at every aspect of your world, okay? Your life, your heart, your spirit, your relationships, your business. And I want you to go, hey, where's one place that I need to make a play? One place that I need to make a play. I want you guys to watch this video. It says everything that I'm trying to say to you today, and then we'll go do our day, okay? Here you go. I want to make sure you can hear it. Give me a thumbs up that you can hear.
Plays happened at practice when no one was looking. My top plays happened in Fort Myers, Florida, when none of you knew anything about me. My top plays happened when there was no camera there. See, those are the plays you just caught on camera. Those weren't my top plays because I practiced like I played, so when I played, it would be practice. Yeah, you were supposed to clap right there because that was straight.
Amen to that. Yeah. Come on, get up to practice place.
So there's somebody out there right now, the light ain't on you, but keep making plays. Nobody's talking about you, but keep making plays.
That's right.
I know your sales numbers aren't where your friend is, but keep making plays. I know nobody's talking about you, and you're not on the leaderboard right now, but baby, keep making plays.
Okay. Does that help you today? Nobody says it better than Dion. Okay. I don't know if y'all know this or not. Dion had surgery this last week for blood clots in his leg. Okay. The next morning, he got up and went to practice, and he was on the field this week when they went and upset a top-ranked team. Okay? Just keep making plays. He showed up with 100% of whatever he had. All right? So whatever you do today, whatever level you got, okay, I want to make sure that you keep making the plays. And one thing I want you to really notice, and Tanya, you said this, said my top plays were there when there was no camera. All right? You and I have to show up when nobody sees it, nobody acknowledges it, you're not getting any accolades, nobody's giving you a high five or, hey, way to go. We just got to keep showing up, okay? Give me a couple takeaways you got today and we'll jump off. What do you got? What'd you learn today? What'd you write down? What are you taking with you? I love that. Show up 100% of whatever you have. Anybody else? I can do this all over again. Anybody? Going once? Progress, not perfection. Endure the process. Endure the process. That's the key, guys. Okay?
I think for me, it was lack breeds lack.
Yeah. Lack breeds lack. That's right. Hey, man, if I think in lack, I'm going to get more lack. Okay? In fact, if I think in lack, I won't even act. Okay? You can write that down. If you think in lack, you won't act. It'll stifle you. It'll paralyze you. Okay? And nobody goes uphill without intending to, all right? Hey, team, we're in a market, we're in a day that things are uphill, all right? The game is tough, and you and I got to go uphill on purpose, all right? Endure the process, all right? I love you. Bless you guys. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.